everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's special guest is Nick Payne, a good friend of mine, alongside whom I learned to fly at RAF Halton, sharing the platform, the Tecnam Sierra, that I've talked about several times on this channel. Our most notable flight together was our flight on that same aircraft into RAF Fairford for the air tattoo of that year. Nick has come along to share the joys of my new aeroplane, and today we're headed to Kemble to see Negus, the Boeing 747 aeroplane that was bought for just £1 and has been converted into a multi-million-pound event and entertainment center. Nick is a well-seasoned pilot and has had experience flying a Grumman AA-1 all across Europe and the UK on flight expeditions.
TURWESTON radio Golf Romeo Alpha Tango Echo, radio checked and airfield information. Golf Romeo Alpha Tango Echo, roger, visibility 5, taxiing initially for Bravo, runway 27 right in use, QNH 1013. Golf Tango Echo, line up 27. Tango Echo, nothing under effect departure, surface wind is 330 degrees less than 5 knots. Roger, Golf Tango Echo, taking off. Happy? Happy. Boxing up. 50. 60. Good flight to Weston. Yeah. Golf Tango Echo, your left hand out to depart the circuit to the west. So we got a stall warner here that is very, very sensitive. Yeah. There's a few avoidance areas there. Yeah, it's just really for noise. Alright, 1,000 foot fuel pump comes up. Flaps are up, that is set. How does it feel to be back up in the air?
Feels nice. Feels nice.
At this point, Nick took controls and flew us all the way to Kemble, handing back the aeroplane to me to fly both the approach and landing phases of this flight. Negus happened to be close today, so it was lunch and a quick turnaround before we headed on the outbound leg of this flight. If you've never been to Kemble, it's such a wonderful experience to taxi past all these big jets that are parked on the apron.
That's it. Just centralize it, that's it. So 50 knots you got, keep going. 60 is slight back pressure, slight back pressure, slight. Gonna climb away, keep it centralized, right rudder. Keep us climbing level, that's it. Push forwards. That's it. Cool.
That's 26 left hand, QFE is 9.
I'm just gonna switch to Gloucester.
Maintaining
Gloucester radar to 0980.
1,000 feet.
Our outbound leg took us directly into Welsh airspace over 2 castles of note, the Forest of Dean, before we routed east back towards Gloucester.
Fuel tank change to right tank. Heat comes out. P's and P's all still in the green. Yeah. Green. Just change that. Heat. Brake. And heat goes in. You're flying that thing nicely, you know, holding altitude.
Yeah, it was getting quite used to it. It's quite nice.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why, you know, you just, you know, a bit worried, man. I was like,
been a few years.
Do this thing, bro. It's gonna come back, you know, as soon as you get in.
But that balance of correcting, waiting for it to see what happens, then not correcting the other way, then just correcting and.
By the time you've done it a few times, you know, you're just gonna gain the thing of it, so.
That's Gloucester over there.
Yeah, see it. You remember Gloucester, don't you?
Yeah, I remember that.
Jeez. So both of us flew into Gloucester for our cross-country flight.
Yeah.
And that was quite nice because, I did Leicester, Gloucester, and then back to Halton. You did the other
Gloucester,
way.
Leicester.
Gloucester, so you did it the other way around.
Yeah.
Oh, to be honest. Quite an interesting times, I remember. And funny enough, the day I came back from my cross country, you were standing on the apron. Do you remember?
Yeah.
You were just waiting, and I was. It was quite nice, isn't it?
They told me they did. God,
yeah. When I landed in Gloucester that day, I felt like really accomplished because for me that was, you know, to be able to find your way around the air. Yeah, and say that you landed in Gloucester and you didn't get lost. That was a big accomplishment, you know, so it's quite a milestone, and I'm sure, you know, for everyone who flies their cross country, it's just such a big thing.
Yeah.
2 flights you never forget. First is your first solo, and then your first cross country flight.
My first solo was one to forget.
Why was that? What happened?
I mean, the flight itself was okay, but it's and it is the afterwards, the kind of euphoria.
Yeah.
But similar to the cross country, it's a bit like I kind of swerved my way up the runway.
Yeah.
Took off. Suddenly there's no instructor, so the aircraft's really light.
Yeah.
So suddenly it just went up into the air. Crosswind, downwind, final land. It was fine after that, but because of that, not a great start. A bit like a bird trying to fly for the first time and falling out the tree and eventually flapping its wings and making fly. It was a bit like that.
Oh man.
How about you?
Yeah. For me, it was alright. I mean, I kind of expected, you know, for some people sometimes it comes a bit unexpected for them. But for me, I kind of knew it might happen on that day. And it was quite late in the evening.
Okay.
So most of the flights had finished at the airfield, and, you know, we had just done these circuits. And then he just said, you know, just take it up, you know, yourself, and, you know, just one circuit and come back.
Okay.
So I think I logged about 0.2, 0.2 or something on that flight.
So that concludes this episode from TURWESTON to Kemble, and from Kemble back to TURWESTON via the River Wye and the Old Severn Bridge.